real estate agents. My name is Tiffany Fortenberry and I'm one of the owners at Prestige Title of Brevard. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Rockstar Real Estate Series for the second year in a row. As a family-owned and operated business, we are dedicated to providing service you can trust through every aspect of your transaction. We thank you for your business over the last 16 years and we look forward to continuing to serve our Brevard County Realtors.
All right, so she says she has a BS in business. Is that a bull? Oh, maybe. Anyway, so Maureen is got a BS in business, and lastly, in design system requirements. You gotta get behind. You gotta get behind. And 17 years in real estate space, 9 years with a TC company that she owns, transforming into an AI technology company called Real Cheeky. Literally one of the most knowledgeable people I know. I gotta get this down. And she loves to travel and cook. All right, come on up, Maureen.
Okay, I think you might want to turn that down. Thanks, Mitch and Pat. This has been really great. Ben and Karina, you guys did a great job. I'm Maureen Kiely. I'm the founder of Real Cheeky. And I have a lot to cover today. We're going to talk about lead generation first. And I'm going to talk about what you need to do prior to doing random lead generation using AI. And then I'm going to talk about our app, which is totally different from marketing, but it is the first AI app in the market that's going into beta next week for our club members. And it's going to rock your world when it comes to transactions. And then I'm going to talk about the club briefly, and you can talk to me later because I know all of you are going to be super excited after I'm done. So, fascinating figures here. According to NAR, I was blown away when I saw this. 60 to 70% of you hate prospecting and lead generation. That means only 40% or 30% of realtors like to lead gen. And then the second thing you dislike is paperwork. And you don't like dealing with clients, communicating and dealing with complaints. I'm going to address all three of these issues in my PowerPoint. Methods to lead generate. I am going to go through this very fast in a lot of ways because I have a lot to cover, and this is not, you're not going to be able to read some things because of the lighting. However, if you take the QR code on your table there for my Real Cheeky Sidekick, sign up on the QR code. Oh, by the way, my app is free. And basically, you will be in a drawing, and then I'm going to send you all the resources and this PowerPoint so you can take it home, okay? But the methods of lead generating really haven't changed. AI is going to change it. So when you think about open houses, you think about calling and door knocking, there's lots of people that still do all those same things. Well, you also have the social media elements of advertising and social ads, and then mailing and farming, emailing and farming. Those are all your types of ways that you get leads. Now, what if you replace the activity of an open house, calling on cold calling, and knocking, because you're only hoping in an open house that you're going to get leads. I've done many open houses in my career when I was with the Keller Williams team in California, and I will tell you this, a lot of agents are afraid, even doing open houses, to get the information they need in order to generate their CRM and their leads. What if you did this? Now, next Tuesday, I teach an AI boot camp. We just did our 5th session. And next Tuesday, I'm meeting with realtors. I think, Sandy, you're on that call. And we are actually going to develop the first, imagine an open house like a Genius Bar at Apple. Imagine that. So, or your office, if you have your own office, and you could create your own open house. So I want to take you through this, and there's a tool called Recipe.ai. And I'm doing a session next Tuesday. Anybody that wants to hop on it, you're welcome to. And I am basically going to be collaborating with agents on how to do a virtual open house. So you use this tool Because I'm up here, I really can't go online, but it is really cool. This is actually generated by AI. This was generated by, how many of you are using ChatGPT, the paid version? Okay. The images are crazy, right? The way they develop them. But what you get from an image by taking a picture of a tree with a leaf in the Caribbean, it will give you what that tree is. It is very accurate. And you're gonna see that in my app. So this I said, give me some kind of a virtual open house. So imagine going into it, and if you don't have a listing, go do someone else's listing and open it up. And be the first in that neighborhood to do a virtual open house. So what you do is you get 4 tablets. You're gonna ultimately get the sellers and the buyers that are coming into that open house. You are going to get their information because you're gonna have tablets. You're gonna say, welcome to the Genius Bar for the first virtual open house. And here's a tablet. Would you like coffee, wine, beer, whatever you wanna serve? Get them comfortable. Because if you use Recipe or any of these tools, they can actually say, you can say to them, why do you want to go look at those other open houses? Why don't you just sit here and enjoy yourself, talk to me, and use this tablet, and we can actually find, if you love this kitchen and what this kitchen looks like, I can find you everything in the marketplace with this virtual tool, this AI tool, to show you other homes with similarities, and then I'll show you those houses myself. That's just a way to do it. So I definitely think it's really cool, and next Tuesday when we do that session, we're gonna be delving into these tools. So, according to NAR, 41% of sellers found their agents through referrals. The other percentage of 24 was because they worked with you before. You cannot afford not to work your database. If you're always looking for new leads, you're missing the boat. You'd work and use AI tools to work with your CRM. I want to know, because I did this in my boot camp, how many of you consistently, every day, work your database? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. It's a gold mine. They know. Remember 6 Degrees from Kevin Bacon? Okay, everybody knows everybody. Somebody's buying, somebody's selling. So create all your content for email, farms, your social media ads. There's a great thing called ad roll. You know how when you go and look, I swear this is an example, my husband's in the room. I was literally for his anniversary buying a beautiful outdoor kitchen barbecue. And all of a sudden it showed up on his phone. The same exact one that I bought. And that is AI tracking you and tracking conversations. It was crazy. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't let them know that I had bought this as a surprise, you know? So all your Facebook, all your stuff can be done through AI. Ben showed some really cool stuff, Karina did too, and I'm gonna tell you something, these chatbots are crazy. I've been on Claude, I've been Bard, I've been in Jude, Write-Sonic, and ChatGPT. I actually love ChatGPT, I love open source, and I wanna say that you are gonna be able to develop chatbots on your websites, gathering data, gathering leads, doing everything you do in your business faster. You could be on your treadmill, working out, talk to ChatGPT and talk to these other apps with your voice and get things done in the, you can't write that well anyway. Most of us can't, right? So you're gonna love it if you haven't used it. Now I'm gonna talk about something very, very important is your persona. So when you see my app, you're gonna see what we did in artificial intelligence with Agent Sidekick. And what I'm gonna share with you is my company and my team, we're all becoming prompt engineer fanatics, okay? Now, you cannot do everything. You're one person, you might have a team. You have to create your persona. And I'm gonna give all this to you guys. I know it's probably hard to read, so I apologize, but I will give this to you, and if you sign up for the Sidekick app, I'll have all your info and I can email it to you. But personas are very important in giving ChatGPT, or if you use cloud, you need to tell it all about yourself. So for example, you want to basically create the tone, the style, who you are, what you are wanting to do in your business. If you don't know who you are, how can you sell yourself? You have to create a persona in your AI now that is, okay, you gotta have a handle on what is your brand. You can't say I'm luxury, I'm an investor, I work with investors, I do family, I do eco. You can't do all those things. These are all the different personas. And if you develop your persona in ChatGPT, I'm gonna show you here in just a minute on how to use custom instructions. And basically, you have to pick something. Now, you could be an investor, work with investors only. You could do commercial only, or you can do a combination, but there's no way you can hit everything. You can't be an expert in everything today. With AI, someday maybe, okay? Because it's all about marketing, it's all about using certain tools and creating that brand. So pick a place, start there. When you're using ChatGPT, start with what you love, and you'll start attracting those people just like you, that you want to work with. Okay, so how do we do this? Once you do this, once you craft your persona, it's going to make marketing easier because you've decided this is what I'm going after, this is what I want to do. So this is my account in ChatGPT. When you go down and look at ChatGPT, there's a thing where your name is and has all this stuff. If you click on your name, it'll say custom instructions. So see that on the left there, custom instructions? And what happens is you tell ChatGPT, what would you like ChatGPT to provide a better response? So you know how you go in Google and you just say, you know, tell me about this or that, about a particular subject, and it gives you an okay response, then throws up a bunch of ads? You're not going to get that with ChatGPT. So you're going to only get out of it what you put in it. So if you create, and you said here, you're an expert in real estate sales, running a real estate business. You're aware of all the different types of personality types, the pain points of real estate agents. You understand that a realtor not only has to run day-to-day business operations, these operations include or not limited to lead generation, real estate sales, paperwork, marketing, prospecting, yada, yada, yada. You guys get the point. And this is what it pumps out. Okay, you're gonna create prompts. So you can say to ChatGPT, or you can do it in Claude or Bard or wherever you want, but you can tell it and say, I'm a waterfront property expert. Give me a prompt that, and this is my personality, this is the tone I want you to take. I'm a hippie, I'm a whatever, and it'll create it for you. So specializing in waterfront properties, this was just an example. I bring a unique blend of expertise to coastal areas. My clients seek serene beachfront homes or properties with stunning ocean views, and I can't read this now, delivered by understanding the intricacies of these special properties. My approach is tranquil yet passionate, mirroring the very nature of the waterfront lifestyle. Whether it's for investment, vacation, or permanent residence, I guide my clients through the nuances of buying and selling coastal areas. You can do the same thing for Miami, you can do it for Orlando, you can do it for Tampa. Okay, that was a lot. So what I'm going to give you as a note is this was done in ChatGPT. This was Canva. It was done AI, so Ben brought up Canva today and talked about video. I used this to develop this graphic. Now, what I'm going to give you from the lead generation side is I'm going to give you a resource guide that goes into more detail about what I just covered, because I only have 30 minutes, so I'm 30, 40 minutes, whatever it is. So I want you guys to know that this can be done in Canva, and I also have a Canva guide. So I have a lot of different guides that I'm happy to share with the group. And I love doing this kind of stuff. I used to be a training director in my 20s, early 20s. It was one of my first careers. And I got back into it now because I think there's so much going on with artificial intelligence. It's crazy. So I told you that NAR said you disliked lead generation is the #1 thing, right? The second thing was dislike of dealing with client complaints and communication and paperwork. And so now I'm going to talk about addressing 2 of these things that can take away that pain point. One of these things that can take it. Okay, who's a Suits fan in here? I am. I loved it. And I love the scene. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to go see it. But when Ben, the computer programmer guy, created an AI version of Donna, I loved it. So Harvey is unbeatable because he has Donna. So if you're a Suits fan, and if you're not, you might want to watch a few shows because you will see that Agent Sidekick is the new Donna of real estate, okay? So we created the first digital assistant. Now I'm coming from the transaction coordination side, guys, okay? So now we're shifting from lead gen to actual using an app that this is what I believe the future of real estate is. You're in your car, you're driving. You would normally call your assistant and say something, right, to do something. Your client calls you, says, I saw that house on Sunday and they told me I had to have an offer on it by 5 o'clock today. You know you're not getting home until 8 o'clock that night. And you're like, what are you gonna do? Because I know I'm not gonna be able to get to my computer. You're gonna call Sidekick. And you're gonna say, hey, Sidekick, right from your car, sitting in traffic in Orlando, wherever you are selling. And you are going to be able to say, hey, Sidekick, I need to write an offer on 123 Easy Street. The purchase price is $675. The buyer and the seller are this. And I need you to write me an offer, send the preliminary terms to my client. And your client gets it via text or email or both, because it depends on your preferences, what you set up. They send it back, they edit it, they agree to it. You then say to Sidekick, write the contract for me, send it out for digital signature and email it to my client. That's the future of real estate transaction paperwork. It's coming. And with AI, we're able to do it. So with our platform, Agent Sidekick, we're bringing in all parties, title, escrow, mortgage, all the parties in the industry into one hub. We're starting next week with our club. The beta is going live. It looks, Sandy, it looks fantastic. I'm like, cannot wait till it gets to market. And what's happening is, and Mitch, I know you don't sell anymore really, but you really got to get in on beta because you got to see it. Okay, so you upload or email in a contract. You're in contract. We have this amazing first ever fully artificial intelligence reading of documents, and it basically creates your first thing. In transaction coordination, the first thing that happens is a timeline. And it goes out to all parties. It's integrated with your Google and your Outlook calendar. You choose what you want to see on it. This is our Doc AI. You guys are getting a little bit of an insider look. You wouldn't see this. This is what our TCs are doing. So the first 90 days of our beta, you send in a contract, our TCs are looking at it, and right here you guys can see we have two values. This is a little technical, but we have an OCR inside it checking the values of what OpenAI is doing. So we're using OpenAI, which is what, you know, the open source for artificial intelligence, and we are reading the values of the contract. So we're having also, we're training it, right? And you know, effective date in Florida means something different than acceptance date in California. So it basically, the TCs are gonna monitor this till we get to a 97% accuracy rate, and then it moves on and it creates a timeline that looks like this. And so basically, all your transactions, you'd come in and you could see it and see how it's a little bit like ChatGPT, see how you can talk to it. You can talk to it. We're going to be rolling out in 2 weeks the first real estate digital assistant, where you can actually ask it and say, I have a seller credit I need to give, but first I want to have the buyer remove the contingencies before I issue that. And how do I write this in an addendum and make it sound really smart and legalese, in legalese terms? You can talk to it and ask it to do it. That's where we're going. Give me the verbiage that I need for my addendum. Now, this is all those tiles are dates. These are all on your calendar, because the moment that this is created, it automatically sends it to you. You approve the dates, we have a little, this is another view, and it kind of just shows you all your transactions that are in the platform. You can ask questions from the bottom, and ultimately we'll have a broker system and things like that, but this is the agent version first. We are also going to have home insurance. We're having a vendor marketplace. We have hundreds of vendors. We've been doing this. We've been developing this for a year. We have hundreds of vendors that want to get in our marketplace, and you can have your local vendors there too. And so basically, it's going to prompt, and I love this one, because in a transaction coordination company, you guys hire TCs, and the biggest thing is coordinating 5 different parties to schedule an inspection. This is going to be amazing because the inspection side, Agent Sidekick is going to schedule it for you. So that is being released Feb 1. Engineers are always lying to me, so I'm going to say February 15th. So just kidding about the lying, but it takes a while to produce this stuff. So we also are going to do home warranty. We're going to do a lot more. So this is an example of what we're doing where we're giving 3 options for inspections. Okay, oh, is that home? Yeah, inspections. So, and it says it on your behalf. It's not Sidekick saying, I'm doing it for you. It's your client getting it, saying, hey, this is Sidekick, and Amy wants me to schedule this for you or order it. You'll be able to do closing gifts. I've got a great company that does postcards. It's going to be automated with AI. And we also, basically, this is kind of the flow. We're starting with the timeline. We're going to have the lender side and the escrow side in there, the vendor marketplace, client gifts, and utilities. It's keeping everyone on track. And guess what? Did everyone understand that? This is free, okay? Ultimately, it will not be free if people don't use the vendor marketplace. So everybody right now that signs up for early access gets it for free. Down the road when we go national, because we're only in 2 states right now, but when we go national, which will be soon, because with AI, we can now program a form in 4 hours, which used to take 2 weeks. All right, here's the marketplace. It'll be on your app, on your phone. And this is your client portal coming up. This will be next. This won't be day 1. But your client, this is so cool, okay? A lot of agents don't explain to the client the process, right? You assume that they know because they bought a house before, or maybe you just don't really think about it because there's so much to juggle in your life. This is the transparency that you need for that client. They'll be in the portal, they'll be able to see the dates that are coming up that they're contractually obligated to. They'll be able to go to the marketplace. You can even personalize the video. And you can talk. And I know Ben doesn't want to be on video. He told all of you guys, but you could do an AI video if you want. And you can put your own video on here and say, hi sellers, buyers, this is so-and-so, and this is what we're going to be doing. This is what you use this portal for. I can't wait to get your home sold. And you can have your own marketing right in there, and you can have all the insurance options and everything. You're going to also be able to put your own preferences in there. That's Agent Sidekick. I hope you guys all sign up for it because it's really great. And also, I'm going to do a drawing at the happy hour because we're one of the sponsors for the happy hour, I guess. And if you go to the happy hour, you guys can ask me any questions you want. All right, now, I'm wrapping up. Here's the QR code if you don't have it at your table. I'll leave it up for just a second. It's free. Actually, when we designed this platform, everyone, we designed it with the agent in mind. The process of transaction coordination really sucks, okay? So I'm serious. So now we're making it better. All right, one last thing. I'm not going to go into super detail on the club, but I am going to tell you I just brought in a huge EXP team in California, out of California, North Carolina, that loves what I'm doing. So I created a club of agents, and I just want to point out, if you could have bought Amazon or Netflix when they went IPO, would you have done it? Okay? Those are notable exits in this country. I have an opportunity for all these agents in the United States. It's exclusive to 1,000. and you get to participate in revenue and profits with our club. It's like a, I don't know, airline mileage plan thing, points, you earn them for different things. And if you want to know more about it, we are having meetings. We are, it is unbelievable the benefits that you're going to get from being in the club. You're going to get everything that we have in AI. You're going to get to participate in the, so like for example, Sandy's in our focus group because Sandy was using us as transaction coordinator. And I said, I'm doing an AI app, and I said, do you want to be in the focus group? You want to be in the club? She said, yeah. And they all weigh in on what is next and what they need for their business. So this is just some things. I will provide this to you guys. I'm not going to go into all the detail on it, but if you're interested in making some serious revenue and profit share outside of your real estate sales, and have a say in the future of artificial intelligence, you should check this out. That's us, Real Cheeky and Agent Sidekick.
Great job.